What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a look inspired by Whiskey Blues by Adell. So I did this back in the summer, like towards the end of the summer, while I was like still out for summer break and whatnot. But I'm taking the Thread Beauty. This is the Paint It, I believe, and this is like the royal blue color. And I never use these for brows, but I mean, it did this thing, you feel me? And I was gonna cover up my eyebrow slit, but I ended up not covering my eyebrow slit. I was gonna put I was originally going to, cut it out and like put rhinestones in it, but I ended up just keeping it like one full solid brow. But yeah, basically I'm just using the actual applicator to draw the shape of my brows. So I want them to look extra sad, so that's why I added like the front part to it to kind of make it look like my brow was like furrying and I just kind of look like I'm upset and whatnot. So when I thought about this, I kind of just thought about like art techniques that I would use if someone is like frustrated or upset, because it's not just your smile or your mouth like movement or whatever. Like it also consists of like your eyebrows, like are they like scrunched up, like stuff like that. So that was just like my thought process and why my brows look like this. But I'm going to take this powder from JelliWink Cosmetics. I'm basically just setting this just one to make sure that it's like fully matte, because I don't know, I like to set almost everything because I have oilier skin and I just don't want something to smear or like mess up throughout the day or whatever. But I also just wanted to make sure that my brows are actually like as opaque as possible, so that also helped by just using a loose pigment to actually set them and whatnot. So now that my brows are actually set, I'm going to take this Color Fix, and I believe this is Oasis. It's one of their pastel mattes, and I'm basically just doing this how I would normally do like my concealer underneath my brow. Like I always just clean up the entire area, and I'm just like doing it in like short strokes just to make sure my brow stays like as crisp as possible, and I don't want to like mess it up. But yeah, because I still overdrew my brows. Like I don't go for like a thick brow. I feel like my brows, when I put them in, they're kind of just going based on my natural like eyebrow shape. But yeah, when you use the Color Fix, I know that this was like an older video, so like I hadn't worked with as many like looks when it came to like Color Fix and stuff. But I personally like to work in small sections. Like if I were to redo this look, I would probably clean up my like first brow, and then I would like go ahead and blend it out, and then do like the entire eye base for that one eye, set it, and then I would move on to the next one. So I kind of want to just break down how the Color Fix work. So these aren't formulated like a lot of eyeshadow bases. They're technically not an eyeshadow base. They're a multi-use product, and they do dry down matte. They are more so transfer proof. They're those like formulas that actually like are supposed to last like through a lot of stuff. And I feel like for the most part, like these, like they last pretty well. It's just when you are applying these, you want to use them in smaller areas. That way, you can actually blend it out without it having to be like patchy and whatnot. Because I personally, after working with these for so many looks now, I don't like to apply other liquid products on top of these unless I absolutely have to, just because sometimes like the way you blend it or whatever, you could possibly like start picking up some of that product, and then you're gonna have like your skin like showing through, and that's not what we want. We're trying to make this look as opaque as possible. But anyways, I'm just setting my eye area because I always set my eye area, even though this is a product that's going to dry down matte. I just like to have that extra security. I don't know, it's just something that I'm so used to doing. But I'm just setting the entire eye area as you see, and making sure that my like creases are like pretty well set, because if they aren't set well, they will actually make the eyeshadow crease, because I do have oily skin, like I said. And I was just like playing around because I was like, okay, I actually do kind of look sad. I like this. But I'm taking my Beauty Bay nude palette, and these palettes, I feel like they're between $20-$30 like a piece, and they have a bunch of different like bundle deals on the website. So they're actually pretty well made and formulated and stuff. And I feel like if you just need something to add to your makeup kit, I feel like these are actually a pretty good like eyeshadow products. They are going to take longer if you're like getting them shipped to the US, because they're based in London or UK. I can't remember exactly, but they're not like anywhere near here, so you have to go through customs and whatnot. But I feel like it's kind of worth the wait, honestly. Like I want to end up stocking up on these just so I can have them for my actual makeup kit, because I am building up my makeup kit. I literally bought a like little like, I don't even know what to call it. It's not a suitcase, but it's like a little thing that I can like roll around. I guess it's a suitcase, I don't know, but I can store my makeup in it because right now like I've just been using like this duffel bag because the original makeup bag I had, one of them broke because like the zipper got caught in something, and I mean it wasn't even like that expensive, so you know it was a temporary solution anyway. But yeah, I'm just doing this brown look because one, this is based on whiskey blues, and I was like, okay, I want my face to be blue, but I have to tie in the whiskey somewhere, so I thought it would be cool if I try to do like a brownish like nude eyeshadow look just to add that like little touch or whatever. But yeah, whenever I do my eyeshadow, you will probably see me switch between brushes, and it's because I like to go back and forth with the different colors just to make sure that it blends as seamlessly as possible. And usually I do like 3 colors, like, you know, for my eyeshadow base, and I usually add a darker color towards like my actual crease, that way it can create a little bit more dimension. And I always go above my crease. The reason that I go above my crease is because my actual eyelid area is pretty small, but the like area between my brows and my actual eye, like I have a pretty decent amount of space. So I just like to go ahead and like cut my crease a little bit higher, that way it's easier for you to see the eyeshadow and stuff. I've been doing this since like high school, and I just started doing it because I hated when I did my makeup looks and you could barely see like the color I used because it was in this small area and I had this big old space, you know, just with like regular eyeshadow, and I want the shimmers to, you know, pop more, or the glitter areas to pop more. So that is why I do that. It's just been a habit for so long now, but I just wanted to go back in with these colors because I was trying to really make the brown as pigmented as possible, and I didn't want it to get muddy when it came to like the blue base. And I feel like this actually did a pretty good job. You just have to be mindful of like how you blend everything and make sure your base is set, please. Okay, but yeah, you're just seeing me blend it out. I try to blend as like high up to my brow. Well, I feel like it's not even as intentional anymore, but like I just go all the way up to my brow. And I'm just taking one the color fix from the next Myers video. I believe this is Gilded, and the other one I use is probably going to be Hot Fire because I want to do like this ombre look for my cut crease. And I really like using the color fix as a eyeshadow base for the cut crease because one, is really easy to like, you know, actually cut your crease. I use like a small like curved brush, my bad, that's a little bit flatter, and then you see me using Hot Fire just to create that ombre effect. I like using these rather than concealer, even though, you know, concealer will do the job, especially if you set it, but I feel like it's easier to use these so you don't actually have to set it. Like, I mean, I put eyeshadow on top, but it's not like, okay, I have to like add like, you know, translucent powder to like the base area and then I can actually put the color on. I don't know, and I also feel like it just helps like the colors, you know, shine a little bit like more vibrantly and they pop a little bit more. But whenever I do my cut creases, you do see me using the darker shade or eyeshadow that I use like in my crease right there on the edge just to make it look a little bit more blended. And I tried to like go as close as possible to like that cut crease area just to create a smoother transition. I don't want it to look like two stark different areas. I got these Q-tips from Ulta, by the way. These are like, I don't know, one side is pointy and then the other side is like this like curved flat Q-tip kind of thing. Like, I've never seen these anywhere besides Ulta, but you might be able to find them like maybe on Amazon or something, I don't know. But I'm taking my Embellished by Rowie. These are basically like stick on rhinestones, and I bought these like probably a year ago. I'm not even gonna lie to you. These are like the first things when I started trying to do like more rhinestones and stuff in my look. This is the brand that I was going for because if I'm being honest, like that was the only brand that I saw. I was really looking up stuff based on like people that I was following or like people that I found on my Instagram like explore page and stuff with makeup. I was just looking at their product details and I was like, okay, this is what they get, because I feel like before last year I kind of was just out of it when it came to like the makeup world and like what products and what brands were really around, because I stopped doing my makeup like for a good minute. When I say a good minute, like I probably hadn't done my makeup in 6 months, maybe like a year or so. Like I would occasionally do my makeup, and I say occasionally, maybe once every couple of months, and that's really crazy because I have been doing my makeup almost every day for years, like since high school. You know, I started off with more basic looks, but I would always do my makeup. I would do my makeup for church, any special events. Like I was constantly doing my makeup, and I don't know, I loved it just because it felt like I got to express myself in a different way. But I feel like I got to a point where I was using makeup as a crutch, and just felt like, you know, if I didn't have it on, like I didn't feel as confident. But I'm just happy to be at this point when it comes to like my makeup, my self-confidence and whatnot. because I don't know, it's just fun to just be able to play in makeup again and like, you know, have the fun that I was having years ago when I first got into it, when I was like really, I feel like seeing the growth, and it's crazy to see how much I've grown thus far. Like if you like look at my pictures and stuff from like May of last year, like maybe like April of last year, I was in a completely different lane. Like I was really just trying to get myself to, you know, do actual like creative looks, like using like glitter or like, you know, doing different colors and stuff, because it just took me a while to get back to where I was like. And I don't know, I'm just excited for this year and what's to come, because I've been really trying to pour into this craft, because I don't know, I actually love doing makeup. And I said I was building my kit earlier. That's why I got, it's actually called a trolley. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But I got that thing for my makeup. And when I say my kit, it's like my makeup kit for other people, because I started back doing makeup, you know, and I know I was like terrified, but now I feel like I'm getting the hang of it. And that just means that like I'm so much closer to my dream, because if you don't know, like I want to do makeup, you know, for different brands, like maybe promo shoots or just testing out different products, you know. And I also want to do makeup for like creative photo shoots, maybe like runaways, stuff like that, clients and whatnot, make like maybe music videos and stuff. I don't know, I just love makeup, and I really want to get into special effects. That's kind of why I got some prosthetics to use during Halloween season. I'm waiting for them to come in. But right now I'm taking the same thing I use to clean up underneath my brows, and this is basically the Color Fix in Oasis. When you do this, I mean, I say, you know, paint your face with Color Fix at your own risk. I don't be caring, like I just be going for it. But I definitely, looking back at this video, I was like, oh my god, like it probably was so hard blending this out. But yeah, I probably would have done one eye and blended it out before I did both eyes. But now I'm just, you know, highlighting my nose. I do the same techniques as if I was wearing like my regular like foundation shade, and I feel like that's what helps me like create these more like, I don't know, easier looks, but like they're kind of crazy out of the box, because I'm just applying the same techniques. I'm just changing the color, if I'm being honest, and just changing some of the products, like, you know. But yeah, I'm just blending this out on my forehead, and I also decided to just go ahead and carve out my cheeks. I don't always do this, but I feel like it just makes like the bronzer slash contour just so much like, you know, sharper. So now I'm actually taking my foundation brush and I'm just blending around the edges of anywhere I put that Color Fix, just to make it look a little bit more seamless and not like I just put two different things on, just slap them on my face. I always make sure I do this because it does create a seamless transition. As you can see, like it doesn't look that like, you know, stark of a difference, even though, you know, you can see the two different colors when you blend it. It just, I don't know, it just hits different. And I decided to just go ahead and take the Thread Beauty Painted, I believe. I'm just deciding to use this as like my bronzer slash contour, because this is like the only like bluer, like darker shade that I had. So I was like, okay, let me just use this. I feel like it worked pretty well, especially on top of the Color Fix. I hadn't set my face or anything yet, so I feel like I did a pretty good job. So a lot of areas where I added this, I ended up doing like 2 layers just to make it pop a little bit more, because I feel like, you know, it could be slightly deeper. And then I'm doing the perimeter of my head. I just work in sections, and I feel like that's the easiest way when you're doing like different things. It's just work in sections, so you know you still have enough time to blend it out. You're not trying to rush or like part of the like areas like dry down and whatnot. And then I had to move back my bandana because I slick was gonna have like a little area of just straight up skin, because I didn't like move my bandana out the way. But yeah, I'm just sitting here and just blending everything out. This is a Moto Beauty brush, I believe. It came from probably TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that. But I know that they actually have like a whole website, so I'm probably going to be placing an order because I think they have a sale right now. I don't know if they'll be having a sale once this goes up. And then this is a Real Techniques brush. It was from it was like a cubism like collection. I can't remember what it was called, but I did not like that collection. And I only said I didn't like the collection because the brushes were actually shaped like squares, and I feel like this smaller one worked well and there's one other one that worked well, but all of them, I don't know, like it was just blending my foundation and area products, like my makeup products differently than I usually like. And I don't know, I felt it was kind of hard to blend and whatnot. But I took my Beauty Crop Wheat Cherry, like it's a hydrating setting spray, so I just wanted to go ahead and apply it And then I like tried to add some shadow effects above my brow. But the reason why I use the hydrating ones, because you know the color fix is going to be more so of a matte product, so I just want to try and keep as much moisture in my face as possible, especially because I am going to be setting it and using like these loose powders and whatnot. I don't want my face to feel extra dry or for it to like kind of look like dry and cakey. That's not the vibe, y'all. That is not the vibe. So you will see me just use like this setting powder, or it's not even a setting powder, but it's a loose pigment from JelliWink Cosmetics that I'm using as a setting powder. I don't know, I feel like this just makes the colors pop a little bit more, because sometimes I'm not gonna do 2 layers of the base product. So if I use like an actual like pigment that's more so for eyeshadow, like I feel like it just hits different. I'm just taking the RCMA loose translucent powder, or the no color powder, and I'm just using this to basically set my entire face, because I don't really have any colors of like, you know, any loose pigments or whatever that I felt like would go with like the base color, since I use that mint color to actually be like my highlight color. And now I'm going in with like this royal blue color. I believe it is called Royal from JelliWink Cosmetics, and I'm just using this as my bronzer slash contour. And yeah, she ate. Like, I'm not gonna lie, these pigments are pigmented. Like, let me tell you, if you're looking for any loose pigments, definitely check out JelliWink Cosmetics. I do have a code, it's ArtistryxAriel. Basically my ad on like socials and whatnot. But I truly love these products. Like, I found them, I don't think it's been a whole year since I found their website and stuff, but I feel like they've truly changed the game of my makeup, because not only do they have loose pigments and stuff like that, they have cheek products like liquid blush, they have lipsticks, and they have glosses, they have lip liners, they have glitters. That's where I get basically all of my glitters for my makeup. Like, my whole collection basically at this point is from JelliWink Cosmetics, and they're pretty good quality, like, you know, products, and then they're not too crazy expensive, because you know there are some like makeup brands where the glitters are hella expensive, and I'm just like, I don't know about that. But these, like, they don't necessarily break the bank. And then, you know, I feel like there's always a sale going on, so it's always like good to like keep up with social media pages or emails and stuff to see what's having a sale. And then I'm just spraying my face. I sprayed it with the hydrating spray, and now I'm going in with my thread prime and set it spray, just to actually kind of set it at this point before I actually add this blush. And I'm taking this blush from Juvia's Place. If you know me, you know that I love this blush palette. Like, I literally even bought it for one of my kids, so we love to see it. And I didn't want to add any liquid products, because I feel like it's harder to like layer the liquid products on top of the color fix. So that's why I'm just going in with the powder blush instead of a liquid blush. And I did put this shit on. I did put this shit on. I was like, god damn, I don't know if this is too much blush, but I feel like it ended up working out in the end. But yeah, I like to add blush to my nose and my cheeks on like an everyday basis, so I felt like I might as well add it. And I was kind of just like making a sad face and trying to figure out, okay, what other areas do I want to add this color to. I added a little bit on my forehead just to add some different dimension and whatnot. I'll be putting blush everywhere, like, let me tell you, everywhere. And then I'm just taking this pigment from the Love is Love palette from Estee Myers Beauty, and I'm basically just adding like this silver color as like my highlight, because I feel like it would go better than like a gold or whatever. So yeah, I put the highlight, usually where I put it underneath my eyebrow to really just make it pop. I put it on my cheekbones, my nose, I put a little bit on my chin, and I put some on my forehead. And yeah, I'm just using a smaller brush just to like make sure it stays in that area. So now you see me taking the Super Precise eyeliner from Essence Cosmetics, and I'm basically just drawing my molds back on. And then I did draw a couple extra ones on just because, I don't know, I felt like it. Sometimes I do that, especially if I have like any acne bumps like popping through, I'll just, you know, turn into a mold. But this is what the base is looking like so far. So now I'm going underneath my eye, and I'm kind of repeating the same steps I did above my eye. I don't know, I feel like this just helps the look just, you know, tighten together. It doesn't look like two separate things are going on. Like, it just makes it look like your eyeshadow belongs on your face, if that makes any sense to you. But now I'm just taking that second darkest shade, and I'm just blending it out. I usually go pretty far down because I do have like eye bags and creases and stuff, and I feel like I might as well just cover up that area since it's already gonna crease with like concealer and stuff. So I don't know, it just hits different. Like, I feel like I have this style of makeup and how I like my makeup now, and it's like whenever I don't do it that way, I'm just like, ugh. Like, it just don't hit the same. But I'm taking my shadow stick lipstick from About Face. This is in the shade Kill the Lights, and I basically line my waterline, and then I'm just blending it out with a brush just so it doesn't look too stark of a difference, and then blends it with the eyeshadow. And I was vibing with my makeup. I literally had to cut out a good solid minute or two of this just because I was just literally just looking at the camera and just singing along to this song. But now I'm taking my About Face 1994 mascara, and I did it above my lashes first, and then now I'm just going to take this About Face. This is the eye paint, the fluid eye paint, my bad. But I'm taking the black one because I'm going to make it look like it has a shadow. I felt like this technique was kind of like what I was going for. I did end up like covering up some of this because I'm using the other ones just like fill in the area, but I just wanted to kind of create like the base shape, and I wanted it to be even, so I did 2 teardrops on both sides. And now I'm just taking a small like kind of pointy brush, and I'm basically just blending the edges so that it's just not like stark like black paint on my face. Like I need to look like it's creating a shadow effect for my tears. If y'all want me to talk about more so like what brushes I use and why, please let me know, because when I record these videos, half the time I'm just recording me just doing my makeup. Like it's not necessarily to teach anything, but I'm trying to like actually tell y'all why I use certain things, just so like y'all can understand the steps and stuff, because I always do everything for a rhyme and a reason. But I'm taking the blue fluid eye paint now, and I'm basically just outlining. I'm going over the black lines, if that makes any sense, because I'm just going to like color that entire area blue. And I tried to take like this fluid eye paint. It's like the fractal one, I believe, but I don't know, there's like barely any product in this one. So I was like, okay, let me blend it out. And then like it still wasn't like as light as I wanted to. Like I wanted it to be a little bit more like of a contrast. So you will see me go in with the white one, and yep, I'm just gonna put it in towards the middle, just a little bit. You don't need too much because I was only doing a small area. You didn't need all that product. But yeah, I'm just blending it out, and this is like the base I was going for originally. So yeah, and it doesn't really matter that like the shape isn't as perfect, because if you saw from the thumbnail, like I did end up putting rhinestones everywhere, and I actually put like this loose pigment from JelliWink Cosmetics on top. I believe this is in the shade Aqua, I'm not sure, but it'll definitely be in the caption. But I'm just using a smaller like brush just to like pack the area with the pigment. And then I'm going to actually take some lash glue in a second from Manic Gems, and I'm basically going to outline the area. When I first did this, I was like, okay, am I just gonna put rhinestones on the outside? I was thinking about just putting rhinestones on the outside, but that is not what I did. But the gems I actually used, I believe they're called what is it called? Siren something? I don't know. It's something like that. But these are like royal blue rhinestones. For the bigger ones, like they're harder to pick up with like, usually I just use a disposable spoolie, like whatever disposable spoolie I'll usually use like the bottom part of it, and I'll use it to pick up my gems. But for the big ones, it's really hard to do that, so you kind of have to just like put them on your face with your fingers, or you could try using tweezers. I did end up restocking on my Get Stone tweezers because I don't know what in the world happened to my old ones. Like literally I had some, and I guess they just disappeared somehow. I have no idea how though. But yeah, I do these in sections, so you'll apply the glue in smaller areas. That way you actually have enough time to work with it, because if you try to do the entire thing at one time, yeah, that's not gonna work, because one, this glue is gonna dry down a little bit faster. But that doesn't really matter to me, because anyway, I'm gonna take my time, and if I need to apply the glue again, I will apply the glue again. I'm not gonna lie, me putting these rhinestones on my face took a good minute. It took a good minute, and I took a break right here, so I sprayed my face. So yeah, you see I did the outline. Now I was like, okay, I have to do the inside, even though part of me was like, I don't feel like doing the inside. I was like, I have to do the inside. So you see me just applying the lash glue like all to the inner area, and I'm taking these like rhinestones from Get Stoned because they're like a lighter blue, and I want to just kind of create a little bit more contrast, you feel me, a little bit more value. I'm trying to think about the art techniques I had to tell my kids. But yeah, I filled in these areas, and it took me a good little second. Like the fact that I got this video down so short is crazy to me, and I didn't even record all the stuff because it was gonna be so much footage, and I wasn't finna sit here and edit all the footage. Like, I love making YouTube videos and stuff, but editing, because it takes so long, because I have so much content. Like, when I do crazy makeup looks like this, it does not take just an hour. Like, sometimes it takes like 2 to 4 hours. Sometimes it could take more, depending on what I'm doing. Like, I'm over here trying to get prepped for all these Halloween looks, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to do this, but I'm like, it's gonna take me so long to do the idea I have in my head, but I'm like, I do it though. I got to do it. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are enjoying my spooky season series. I love this time of the year because I don't know, I feel like it's just the time of the year where you get to really just tap into your creativity. I love this look. Oh my god, like, it came out so good. And I'm taking these eyelashes, I think they're from INV if I'm not mistaken, but I'm just going to put my INV V-Lux black lash glue. I like to use black lash glue because I feel like it helps like blend it in more. But this is what I look like before I put the lashes on. I wanted to show y'all like close up so y'all can see it. Now I put the lashes on, and now I'm just doing mascara on my bottom eyelashes because I feel like it's essential. But yeah, it's basically the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. The lip combo will be in the like detail box. I forgot to actually record it, but I just want to say I really appreciate y'all for watching this video. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. What if I actually reach 100 before this drops? It's gonna be so fucking crazy. But I love y'all so much. I really appreciate all your support, and y'all just watching my video, give me likes and stuff. But I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.